This is where the fun begins.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Cantina Social Hour Thursday night. Welcome to the show. It is great to be here. It is great to see you guys in the chat. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm Victoria, Victoria's Cantina, and you're watching Cantina Social Hour on our Thursday night show, 6 p.m. Pacific time, on this 21st of August, 2025. We're 3/4 of the way through August. That is pretty wild. But things are moving really, really, really quickly this year, it seems like. So anyway, it is good to be here. Thank you guys for joining immensely. Really appreciate it. If you're catching us in the replay, thank you for being here as well. My friends, there's some news to cover. Not a lot of Star Wars news, but there is some toy news to get through. We have a good little bit to talk about. A couple of Batmobiles, it looks like. Some Marvel Legends. We're going to check in on the gunship, see how the HasLab Republic gunship is doing. We're going to talk about Battle Geonosis. Army building with the king of army builders, who is on this evening, and we'll get him on just a little bit here. And then we're going to move into new acquisitions, brand new things that we've added to your collections. Spoiler alert, it's been very, very light, which I am okay with after the last few weeks of just insanity. I'm okay with it being very light, except for one item that I really wish I was receiving that other folks are receiving that I have no idea when it's going to come in. But that's neither here nor there. Things get here when they get here, right? So when it's paid for already, I don't mind it just showing up. But anyway, thank you for being here. As far as next week, my friends, I will be off next week. I tried to slot the show on a different day from Thursday, but next week is just insanity. I have something going on literally every night of the week next week. So it just, and then Labor Day weekend, I have company coming into town. So I thought maybe I could do a Saturday show, but not going to work out, unfortunately. But we'll be back the following week, normal time, Thursday at 6 p.m. Pacific. That said, I'm grateful that each and every one of you are here. Let's go ahead and take a look into the comments and see who is here, which of the Cantinians are with us this evening. We got Dodgson, another happy social hour. Soda fountain is open. What shall we get started with? So thank you, Dodgson, for being here. We really appreciate you attending the soda fountain as always. We got our moderator, Adam Kennedy. Hello, Adam. Hello, Victoria and Cantinians. Happy social hour. Line forms here. You are on the list. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate you doing that. You got to be on the list. If you're not on the list, I don't think Adam's going to let you in. Thankfully, most of you are on the list, if not all of you. So, very cool. Just taking a scroll down into the comments, to the chat. Our friend Britt is with us. What is up, Britt? Good to see you. Jason is here. Hello, Jason. Good to see you. Britt says, had to hit the hyperspace gym before I could head out to the cantina. Wise. Mando Mitchie is with us. Good evening. Thank you for being here. Our friend Chad is with us. Hello, Chad. Good to see you. We got Steve with us. Hey, Steve, how is it going? He says, hey, yo, folks. Let's see. We got Alex. What's up, Alex? Good to see you. We got Hal Runner Base. Good to see you, Hal Runner Base. We got Miles with us. Hey, Miles. Good to see you. Who's got their canteen in here yet? Not this chick. I ain't got it yet. It's not here. I'm a little bummed out. It's a warm one in our hometown. Alex says, yes, it is warm in SoCal. It is warm. It is muggy and humid and gross. I'm not a fan. Not a fan. The hair gets frizzy. It's horrible. It's horrible. You got to use extra hairspray. The TVC Emperor is with us. TVC Emperor, I thought he was on my wall. No, he's in the chat. We got Steven. Hey, Steven, good to see you. Thank you for joining in. Our friend William is with us. He says, evening, Cantinians. Just got an email saying the Cantina is on its way. Should I check my email while we're live? Because I have not gotten any such email. And I'm feeling the FOMO right now. Like, or not even, that's not even FOMO. It's just like missing out. Just MO, I guess. Yeah, I'm looking. Nope, nothing. Nothing. I know I had to have been like one of the top, like first 10 backers, but again, what can you do? What can you do? Is that our friend John Miko? Yes, it is. He says, Victoria. Hello, John. Good to see you. All right. All right, let's see. Thank you, Dodson. I do appreciate that. Dodson agrees. It is hot. It is hot. Very cool, TVC Emperor. Tuesday it is. I wish I was getting mine like in time for the weekend. Like that would be the best because I'd actually have time to look at it, to open it. I don't know if I'm gonna have time during the week to open it. If it gets here next week. Because again, life is just freaking crazy right now. But I will have to make time. And I know I said I would do a video. I don't do a video reason. I haven't for years. But I know I did say for that one that I would because, I mean, I kind of have to, right? I'm kind of obligated to. So I have 4 of them coming. I don't know if they're all going to come at the same time or if they're going to come in batches. I heard some folks saying that it was the regular version shipping first. But then I guess some people with the deluxe version got their shipping notices. So I don't know when it's coming. But I hope it'd be kind of weird to come home and see 4 of them on the doorstep. I think my husband might get a heart attack, but they're already paid for. They've been paid for a long time. And remember, one of them is Angela Staines' Cantina. We're getting that to her. We got to deliver it to her. That's a whole other adventure waiting to happen. Yeah, the community funded her that Cantina, so now I got to deliver it. But it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be worth it. Anyway, let's go ahead and get things. Get the show here on the road. So as I mentioned earlier, the king of army builders is with us this evening. My friend Anthony, also known as the Imperial Communique. What is up, Anthony?
Hello, greetings, everybody.
Good to see you. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah, thanks for having me again.
Absolutely. So, I mean, I guess I just saw you last month, right? We were at Comic-Con, and we saw the gunship in person. We're going to talk about that in a little bit, but yeah, good to see you again.
Yeah. Again, nice to be here, and thanks for putting together the get together at Comic-Con too. That's always a lot of fun.
Oh, of course, yeah, that was great. It's always great to see. I mean, for me, like I know, like Comic-Con, you get to see the new toys. You get to see, like, you know, if you're going to panels, you get to see, you know, show this and that. But like for me, like that's the best part is just getting to see like the, you know, the friends that have been made over the years and, you know, the other content creators. And that's just the absolute best part.
Oh, it's amazing. Yeah. It's just, you know, I always have to shout out to Phil the Force and Gary Moore. It's like, I don't know what it is. It's sort of like, you know, met him for the first time. It's like I've known you guys my whole life. It's always fun hanging out with all you guys. So.
Mm-hmm. Totally for sure. And John says that he hopes to be back next year.
Yeah.
All right.
And
so,
hi, John.
We're going to go ahead and kick things off here. So before we get into Star Wars, we do have some other fandoms to look at. There's other fandoms other than Star Wars. Yes.
What?
Especially when it comes to me, who likes kind of everything, which is annoying. Very annoying. Very annoying. All right, so we're going to run down. We're going to go to the X-Men. All right, the X-Men. X-Men 97 has a Repulse exclusive. This was just this just came out this week, and the X-Men 97 line, the first wave they did last year was very small. It was just one wave, or sorry, it was two waves, but it was a very small lineup. And then finally this year they announced another wave, but also there is a new 2-pack that is coming. I really enjoy X-Men. I really enjoyed it back in the 90s when the original animated show was on, and it's great that they brought X-Men 97 out. And yeah, there's a 2-pack. It's got Storm, it's got Wolverine, and they're alternate looks. So it is pretty cool to see them continue adding to this lineup. A few images here that they've provided. So there's the box, there's Wolverine, there is Storm. They both got 2 interchangeable heads. I mean, for Wolverine, nothing new. I know they've done this outfit before, but not in the X-Men 97 line. We've gotten the regular Wolverine, the yellow and blue. And then Storm, we haven't gotten this version of her from this line. So it is cool to see all she comes with. The interchangeable cape is neat. The lightning hands, all that's really neat. And it is nice that they have, like, Wolverine has the unmasked portrait, and it looks like it's the same body as the last figure, which was probably their best one that they've done so far. So yeah, that is up for pre-order as of right now on Hasbro Pulse. And if you are interested in that, the price on that one, the price on this one is going to be $49.99 pre-order, and this ships out November 1st, 2025. But it's Hasbro Pulse, so it could come earlier. Who knows? Or it could come later. All right. We're going to move into some Batman. There are a few notable things for Batman. Spin Master, who makes the Batmobiles. They've been doing some pretty cool stuff for the 4-inch line for like the last 7 years or so. I want to say 6 or 7 years. Earlier this year, they released the Batman Forever Batmobile, 4-inch scale, which is basically it's the packaging and everything. It's a tribute to the 1990s Batman Forever toy line from 1995. But now they are hitting us even harder in the nostalgia, because they're actually doing the original 1989 Batmobile in the 4-inch scale. And when you look at this packaging, I mean, for me, like this hits me really, really deep in the feels, because this is like as nostalgic as it gets.
That's very cool.
I'm really excited about this. They did this Batmobile before. They did it for the Flash movie, but it was just basically like very, very kind of hollow. Nothing. It looked nice. It had a fantastic sculpt, but it was very, it didn't feel very quality. I'm hopeful that this feels a little bit more solid, a little more durable, just as the Kenner toy did back in the day. It was a very solid little Batmobile. And I hope that it's along those lines. It does come with the Batman figure, which isn't always the case with different companies and their Batmobiles, but this one does. I know some folks have said the Batman figure is not that great. For me, it's kind of like whatever. He's only going to sit in the Batmobile. I do appreciate the pop-up cannons, because the last one did not have pop-up cannons. And just on the surface, it looks a little better than the last one, but I'm a little disappointed. I got to say that there's like a lack of paint detail on it. Like, it's mostly black, like the turbine in the back, like, or the flamethrower, it should have some silver details on it. There's the figure. Again, nothing to write home about. It's very basic as you can get, I suppose. So yeah, I mean, it's really cool. Packaging is awesome. It's great to have this version of the Batmobile coming back in 4-inch scale, because for me, this is like the most iconic Batmobile. But yeah, it's definitely going to be, it is a $29.99 price point vehicle that comes with a figure. So there's also the Mesco one, same scale, and that one still hasn't been released yet. That one's probably, I would imagine, going to be the superior version of the two. But
Which Batman figure would you put that in that?
Probably just the one it comes with.
Huh.
Probably the easiest thing to do. I mean, I have my old ones. I had my very first ever Batman figure from '89 when Toy Biz was making those. My dad bought that for me. I don't know why. I don't know why. I asked him.
The gold packaging one.
Probably true. Yep, the gold packaging. And is not original. My grandmother actually, when I would lose the capes to those, like my grandmother would cut them out like on cloth, and so it does have a replacement cape that she made back in the day. Speaking of Batman '89, Anthony, are you going to be checking out the Dolby re-release of Batman and Batman Returns next Monday?
I've considered it. I really well, next Sunday. What am I doing? I'm just so busy. I mean, if I have the time, I would really like to. I mean, I'm very fond of both of those films.
Yeah, for sure. I just wish it was like, it's only on Monday. I just wish that it was like a longer run, or it was like offered on the weekend, because Monday night is kind of hard, especially when they're back to back. It's Batman and then Batman Returns.
Yeah.
So, but it's in Dolby for the first time ever, so it's really going to be the best presentation of it, I believe, in terms of like a movie going experience. Mm-hmm. And yeah, I mean, I absolutely adore those first two Batman movies. So yeah, I bought tickets. I'll be there. I know I'm gonna be hurting the next day at work, because I do go into work at 7:30 in the morning, so I am gonna be hurting, but hopefully it'll be worth it.
You only live once. You
only live once, right? And if I don't see it on Dolby this time, when will be the next time? I don't know.
Exactly.
Maybe. So. Oh, and Jaws comes out next week too. The re-release of Jaws.
Yeah, jeez. Yeah.
Yeah, it's another thing I have tickets to. I have a ticket. It's so at my local theater, it's showing in IMAX, and then it's also showing in like laser 3D IMAX or something. So actually, but I've never seen it in the theater.
That was the very first movie I ever saw when I was 4 years old.
Ooh, that is cool.
Oh my God. I still remember being terrified in the backseat of the car at the drive-in. It was just horrifying for me.
Yeah, I can imagine. My mom has a story too, that she was dating my dad at the time when it came out, and my dad wanted to take her to see it in the theater, but my grandmother wouldn't allow my mom to go alone to the theater with my dad. So she made him bring along all 5 of her siblings.
Oh no! And how old were they?
Oh, they were younger than my mom, so they were.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, they were pretty young. She was in high school, so.
Oh wow.
Yeah, they were pretty young, but yeah, it's a cool memory that they all have. That my dad took them all to see Jaws when they were kids. But yeah, I have a theater reservation for the regular version, because I've never seen it in the theater and I've always wanted to. And then I have a reservation the following week for the 3D version, because again, I can't miss it. If I don't see it now, when am I going to get another chance?
Yeah,
you only live
I
once.
remember seeing it a bunch of years ago at a screening, and then they just played it at Vidiot's in Eagle Rock a month or two ago. My buddy Steve and his wife went to see it.
That's cool. On the topic of Batman, another Batman set is up for pre-order and is actually sold out in a lot of places. But that is going to be this 2-pack here that features Batman the Animated Series, Joker, and Harley Quinn. I think this is the last place you can pre-order it from McFarlane Toys, but it sold out on Amazon. It sold out on Big Bad Toy Store. It sold out on Entertainment Earth. So it's interesting to me that this is such a popular set, because I mean, these aren't like, I mean, Harley, okay, maybe, but Joker, that's definitely not his like iconic look. It's basically just the regular purple suited Joker painted black, the outfit. So it's an interesting set for sure. And both of these sculpts date back to like 2012. They're really old sculpts from when DC Direct was doing these. So not sure why it's so popular, but it's definitely selling out. So I haven't pre-ordered it yet. Not sure if I'm going to, because I do have the original versions from back in the day. But I don't know. I'm always down for some Joker and Harley, so maybe.
Well, speaking of sellout, on topic for me, but off topic to the subject at hand is the Disney shop had the probe droid set go up today, and I got in. They had a two per customer limit, and I don't know when it sold out, but it did sell out.
Wow, that's good to know. Yeah, I picked that one up at Disneyland 2 weeks ago. I was there 2
I'm
weeks
sure
ago.
they're going to have a bunch at Disneyland.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. They had a bunch of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I picked it up. I haven't opened it yet, but it is a pretty neat little looking set. Let's see. I think we have one more item for Batman. And that is going to be this guy right here, or this vehicle right here, I should say. So, Anthony, I'm not sure how familiar you are, but McFarlane has been doing 6-inch scale, or I guess technically they're 7-inch scale, Batmobiles from pretty much all of the live action films. They've done one for Batman 89. They did one for The Flash. They did one for Batman Returns. They did Batman and Robin.
And this is from the Batman, the Patton Robinson run, right?
Yeah, this is from the Batman, the 2022 film. 7-inch scale, large Batmobile, $79.99. It is a pre-order. I think it went out of. I think it's pre-sold out on Amazon, but McFarlane still has it available for pre-order. It says estimated ship date is September. I don't know how they do that. They put things up for pre-order and then they ship them pretty quickly, but that's how they operate.
September. So much is coming in September.
Yeah, don't remind me. Yeah, so there's not like a ton of photos of it, but I mean, I thought it was a really cool Batmobile.
Yeah.
I picked up all the other ones, unfortunately, but I really liked how it looked kind of like a muscle car.
Yeah,
because I love muscle cars.
It was a cool take. I appreciate it, and I really like the movie. I don't know, it's definitely a darker version, but it's very well made, and the cast is pretty phenomenal.
Oh yeah, I really enjoyed it too, and I'm excited about the next chapter in that story, whenever it finally comes out. But yeah, so this is up for pre-order. If anyone's collecting all those Batmobiles, it is yet another one to add to the collection. So I did pre-order it, and when it comes, I guess. I don't know where I'm going to put it. I'm going to have to kick something off the shelf. One of the other Batmobiles, I guess. Yeah. No Batman figure comes with it, but if you have the previously released version, I guess you can put that in there. I'm kind of surprised that they didn't announce something like that can work with it, but if you have the previous one, then I guess that should suffice. Yeah, and I guess that'll do it for non-Star Wars stuff. That'll do it for non-Star Wars stuff. There was something interesting that came out of, I saw this on Yakface earlier on Instagram. So there is another droid that seems to be on its way to Disney parks and presumably online as well. And that is going to be this fella right here, which for me is immensely exciting. And that is DJ R3X or DJ Rex. From Oga's Cantina, the DJ in Oga's Cantina, who of course previously was Captain Rex in the original Star Tours. Yeah, what did you think when you saw this that this is coming?
Yeah, I'm excited about that one. I missed out on the Star Speeder 3000, the white version that comes with one of those, but yeah, at least the same style of droid. But so it'd be nice to have something, because I hear they're pretty nice, nicely articulated.
Oh yeah, they did a nice job with the previous one. Yeah, this is really cool. This is something I've been like hoping they do for a long time, and Hasbro did do it in the Black Series, but they never offered a 3 3/4 inch version. So I'm glad that at least Disney is going to do that. And yeah, I'm stoked. Like, this is one I probably would get a few of, just because, you know, I'd want to keep one on card. I don't usually do that with the Disney offered droids, but probably for this one, it's a little more special than just like a doesn't really tie into anything else. Like this, I'd probably want to get a few. And imagine if we're getting the Mos Eisley Cantina, right? Like, we'll talk about it in a minute. The Mos Eisley Cantina, but what if they did an Oga's Cantina playset? Like, if Disney made one.
Don't put it past them.
Don't put it past them, especially after we've seen now what they can do with the Star Speeder. Like, if they did a Galaxy's Edge playset, like, that would be very interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, it would.
Yeah, I am. I'm definitely pumped for this one. Not sure exactly when it's coming to the US. This has surfaced from eBay in Australia, and that's about it so far. So I don't know when it's coming. Maybe this fall sometime. But it'll be really cool to finally have DJ Rex in the 3 3/4 inch scale. All right, let's see what else. We have one hot toy to look at. We did get some blogger pics of Darth Vader. And of course, they've done a million Darth Vaders. But this one here is based on, it's kind of based off the Force Unleashed, I guess, is what I would say is the primary like source that it comes from. If you've played that original Force Unleashed game way back in 2008, this is what Darth Vader looks like at the end. And it's actually a really cool looking figure. Like, it has like a lot of detail. It's got really nice sculpting on it. It's a really unique figure too. Hot Toys hasn't quite done one like this before. It's got the Anakin head underneath the helmet. And depending on what version you get, I think, well, like there's this one here that has the completely unmasked head, which is pretty nice. And the cape is really cool. The cape kind of creates like Darth Vader's helmet, like in silhouette, like part of his helmet. Yeah, it's just a really unique, really cool looking Darth Vader figure.
It's a great choice. I very fond of my 3 3/4 inch version. I still think, you know, it still holds up. It's really great.
Yeah. It totally does. It is really great. Yeah, this one looks awesome. Like in the blogger photos, it really, really looks cool. I did not pre-order this one, and actually pre-sold out on a sideshow. I just never could commit to it, only because, I mean, I already have the Empire Strikes Back Vader, I have a New Hope Vader, I have Obi-Wan Kenobi series Vader. The Revenge of the Sith Vader is coming. I recently got Return of the Jedi Darth Vader. So, I mean, this just kind of felt like one that I could pass on. Not because I don't want it. I really do want it. I would love to have it, but it's just like, I can't display all these Darth Vaders, you know, anyway. So probably couldn't display more than 2 at any given time. So it's just one of those, like, I had to kind of pass on it, especially with the operating table one from Revenge of the Sith that's coming next year. So that, to me, that took like precedence over this. But this one is really awesome, and yeah, in a perfect world, I'd love to have it. But yeah, cool to see the photos of this version of our favorite Sith Lord. I mean, my favorite Sith Lord. I assume most people's favorite.
They definitely got evil right in that on Vader.
Yes, they certainly did. Hello, TJ. How are you doing? Hello, Brent. How is it going? If I miss anyone, I don't mean to miss anyone. Just a lot of comments. Hello, Matt. How are you doing? Latoya T, what's up? Good to see you.
Good. Hi, everybody.
Nice little crowd in the cantina this evening. And I guess John Miko has a Kenobi Vader for sale. You can't sell every Darth Vader, John. You cannot sell every Darth Vader. I know he's got the Return of the Jedi one, which, is kind of, I mean, all things considered, I suppose that would be the definitive one because it does come with the Sebastian Shaw head. But you can't do Darth Vader that way. I mean, he's Darth Vader. He's not going to appreciate that. He's not going to appreciate it whatsoever. Okay. Anyway, shall we check in on the gunship? Let's take a look and see what's going on with the Republic gunship. So before we do that, Anthony, you were there with me when this was unveiled at Comic-Con, and you also got to see it in person. So before we even pull it up, what were your thoughts on actually seeing the Republic gunship HasLab?
Okay, well, I mean, and first of all, it's just amazing the controversy over this. And I gotta admit, and I told the team, it's not my first choice for a HasLab. I made a joke on one of my videos. It's sort of like, it's not even remotely on my list. But man, in person, it's just it's a work of art. It's like a Code 3 type ship in 3 3/4 inch scale. I mean, it's just the detailing, and I just if it ships, I just hope that detail holds up. I mean, it's like almost photorealistic. It's amazing. It's indescribable. They really did a beautiful job on it.
Yeah, I agree. The first stream I did after Comic-Con, I kind of tried to explain that it's very hard to convey like how impressive it is through photos. And I think that we do have some sort of like a mental block almost where you think Republic gunship. Okay, I have that. It's already pretty big. But it's really hard to unblock that until you've seen it. Like when you've actually seen it in person, you really appreciate the magnitude of it. It's not only is it large, which, I know they've been focusing on large vehicles, which, depending on your space, but you can take the wing off. You can take one of the wings off to fit on your shelf if you need to. But not only is it really impressive and really like nice and large, but it has some detailing on it that is just it almost has to be seen to be fully appreciated. Like the old one has panel lines sculpted into it. Like I'm looking up at it over on the shelf. It has panel lines sculpted into it, but the new one actually has like highly detailed like sculpting greeblies and things on it. Like it actually looks very convincing. That's the original right there. Yep. 2002. Let's zoom in on that for a second. Yep. Look at how big those ball turrets look on that thing. I mean, it's a cool ship. Like to this day, I appreciate it. I enjoy it. I'm having a lot. I've had fun with it for 20 years. And I said this last time. If Anakin was born in 2002 when the Republic gunship first came out, by now 2025 when the HasLab gunship is a possibility, he would already be Darth Vader. It's that old.
Wow.
Think of all the evolution that the Star Wars toy line has experienced in the last 20 some years. This vehicle, like, it is freaking cool. It is freaking cool, and it's just super 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 like cool when you see it in person and big and impressive. And I know I told Chris Reif this when I was there, but one of the things that really makes it for me is all the interchangeable, customizable aspect of it, like the nose pieces and the doors and like all that. I think it's just an absolute blast.
Yeah, it's a cool little thing for the army builders out there. It's for those who can afford to get 5 of them. You definitely have at least three different versions. So
yeah, for sure. Ooh, thank you, John, for that update. Let's see. John says his is melting in some places. Yeah, the TVC version, that's what happened to my TVC version, so I sold it off. All I have now is every other gunship except the TVC version. But the 2002 one is my main one. I've not had any melting on it at all. It's solid. It's on the shelf. It's been on the shelf for a couple of years now, and it's no issues with it at all. It's got the big ball turrets on it and everything. Those kind of are sagging, I will say, the ball turrets. Like, they're not as, like, upright as they used to be. I don't know if you've noticed that on yours, Anthony.
I don't know. I mean, maybe just a hair, but nothing too egregious.
Yeah, I mean, it's not too noticeable, but
yeah,
a little bit.
and I didn't know that there was melting issues. I think I'm lucky, and mine's holding up well.
Yeah, I think it's only the TVC version that's had the melting. I haven't heard of it happening on any other ones. I haven't experienced on any other ones other than the 2013 version.
It's weird. The TVC version is the only one I didn't get. I regret not getting it, but I consciously not got it because I just thought it was pretty much a repaint of this version. So
yeah,
that's what it looked like.
Definitely. TVC is a premium line. We have many things that are premium versions of already made figures, so we should have premium scale detailed ships. Yeah, 100%. I mean, anything that's coming out now in terms of play sets, vehicles, like that's they're not taking the toy approach, and they haven't been since the combat assault tank, right? Like, they haven't. Everything's been like collector geared, adult focused, in the name of like a model of what's in what's in our collections. Like, and I think that's a good descriptor for it too. Like, the gunship is the new one. It has playability built into it, yes, but it does not come across as a toy as the original ones did. It definitely has more of like a giant, like, if you've seen any of those, anyone who has seen like the 6-inch scale GI Joe classified series HasLab vehicles, like, it's like that. It's like that level, that caliber of like quality and like sheer like size. Let's see, Jason says people are envisioning the existing version and thinking, I'm not paying all that money for that again. Kind of an unfortunate situation. Yeah, I mean, there's definitely a lot of variables for sure. Are valid. I know it's is environment, today's economy. It is a pretty penny to spend on a collectible.
Yeah.
But if you're collecting any of this stuff, I feel like TBC, right? Like, I mean, you're already buying into that. Let's see. Where things are at with the gunship as of right now. So I'm going to go ahead and pull up the HasLab. And let's see. So here it is. Currently sitting at 3,614 backers out of 8,000. Let me refresh this because I pulled this up probably about an hour ago. Nope, it's the same. Yeah, 18 days left. I think we're more than halfway through at this point. And for all tiers to unlock, it's going to have to hit up to 14,000 backers to get all 3 Jedi. What do you think, Anthony, is like, what do you envision happening, like, ultimately? Like, I always like to keep things positive, right, and optimistic.
Yeah.
But at this point in the game, what are you envisioning?
It's really hard to say. I mean, it's behind where the Cantina was. The Cantina didn't get it didn't fund all the figures. But I was watching the Snowcat. The Snowcat, I think the Snowcat was ahead, and it got funded like the day before. But on the last day, typically what the campaigns is just you get thousands and thousands of people backing it in the last minute. I don't know. It's like I'm I'm a little less confident on this one. I don't want to be less confident. I think it's great and I want to have it. Um, but it just feels like it's gonna kind of limp or kind of, crawl over the finish line if we do. And um yeah, I don't know. I've got my kind of scared face on.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not ready to panic quite yet. But I think we need to see some genuine movement on it before it's like a positive thing.
Yeah.
I know it's going to be going on tour pretty soon. I think they're taking it to Canada, and it's going to hit the like somewhere in New England.
Yeah, that was just a
So
great idea.
yeah, it is a great idea. What I wonder though is like let's assume 100 people see it in person and decide to back it. Like, does that really move the needle? I mean, I don't know. Um, my guess is that the best move at this point is to sweeten the deal somehow.
Hmm.
I think that's really the only way you get like meaningful momentum is to throw something in there, change something with the tiers, or I really think that's the only way it you really
Yeah.
the wheels churning on this.
Yeah, because they're sitting crunching the numbers and going, "Oh, what do we do, guys? How do we get this across the finish line?"
Right. Right. And we know Battle Geonosis is happening next year regardless.
Mm-hmm.
But that could be, I mean, if the HasLab doesn't go through, I mean, I hope, and they probably would, if I'm honest. I hope Hasbro doesn't see that as, people aren't interested in the prequels. Because Geonosis is still coming, but after that, I mean, that could kind of be like the last hurrah for prequels and TVC.
It's funny because I just hear and read a lot of like, "Where's the prequel love? Where's the prequel love?" Well, here's some prequel love. Back it.
Yeah, yeah. Back it. You want more prequel stuff? I mean, this is the key. Not only prequel stuff. Do you want more HasLabs? If you want more HasLabs, you gotta back this. Because Imperial Shuttle, Jawa Sandcar, things that people ask for, like remakes of existing things. I mean, those ain't happening if this does not fund.
Yeah. Gary said Gary Moore said that the next two HasLabs are locked in.
Anything can change. Anything can change.
Yeah.
All right. So let's go ahead and this was out last week, and I didn't get a chance to mention on last week's show because there was a lot to cover. But I'll go ahead and pull it up. I'll go ahead and pull it up now just so we can talk about it for just a brief moment. But Steve Evans of Hasbro posted this image, this rough sketch that he drew of Battle Geonosis. And he teased that there would be some items in here that are kind of like surprises that people could interpret as possible releases. My take on this is, it's cool that he posted this. I don't want to diminish that in any way. And with all due respect to Steve, because Steve is amazing. Like when I see this, like this gives me an instant like headache. I don't like looking at this.
I took a look. I was trying to find some detail, and I'm like, well, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, something like this is not. I'm not the target audience for this kind of a sketch because it's a little overstimulating for me. It's way too much. Like I can't, just a brief glance. Okay, I'll let other people figure out what's what in there. But
so it's a bunch of clones, a bunch of Jedi, some battle droids.
Yeah, it's Geonosis stuff, right? Geonosis stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyhow, it's cool that he did that. I mean, any little tidbit, any little crumb that can be thrown out that can push the HasLab towards funding, I think is a positive, net positive for sure. All right, so I guess we should get into the meat and potatoes, if you will, of this week's episode. And that is what we are calling the Battle of Geonosis Army Building Extravaganza. Last week, with my guest that I had on, Emma Jade, she and I broke down the top 10 most needed action figures in TV for the Battle of Geonosis. And we the whole top 10 that we broke down and some honorable mentions as well, and stuff that we'd really like to see that we felt were important for Geonosis. In this episode, the focus is army builders. Like, what are the best available army builders for Battle of Geonosis as a theme? And what else is out there that could possibly be used? We're not counting anything that's not announced, anything that's formally, but we are talking like actual things that we have in our collection for a long time. So Anthony, where do you want to start? Do you want to start with clones, any kind of droids, or what's your preference?
Well, look, I don't know if it's been discussed previously, but I know I've mentioned it on other wish lists. I know the technology probably still doesn't exist yet, but we really need like a top-notch, top-down, brand new battle droid that like folds up and is articulated. And I know how much of a headache and with the materials and how probably unlikely it is right now at this point in time, but that would be definitely my number one. Like, we gotta have a new battle droid.
I completely agree. And I have not, it's come up basically every like week for the last few weeks. And so I'm going to say it again. I know Hasbro tried with retooling the lower half of the most recent battle droid in the 4-pack. Even though they did that, mine continued to fall off the shelf. Even after I'd put them back on and tweak the legs, they continue to fall off the shelf. Even if they were just like at a regular, like almost like a 5 POA stance with the arms to the side, they still continued to fall.
Yeah, this is why I usually do this on my computer, and I'm doing it on my phone. And this is why, because I could at least remove my thing here and show you exactly right. I mean, this is the 4-pack, and already starting to lean down, or so it's they still a far cry from getting that right.
Yeah, they need your stands is what they need.
Well, even with that, it's they just want to, the ankles are just so tiny. They just, as soon as it starts getting warm, they just start going.
Yeah, that's part of it too, right? The warmer weather.
Yeah, even when both feet are secured to a peg, it still happens.
Right. Yeah. I think back to 1999 when those original battle droids came out, and I almost never had this issue with them. Like they stood and like they would stay standing.
Yeah, I got those back here. I mean, it's just thicker plastic, and more rigid plastic. They definitely changed the formula on the whatever they're using.
Yeah, that's what it is. They changed the formula, and sometimes when you do that, I mean, I get it, but even like 2002, that was probably the worst offender. Like if you think of that battle droid they did back in the Saga line, like you could put those on the little stands because some of them came with stands.
Are you talking about the guys who had the stance, like the security droid?
I think so. This was like the 2002 version that had like the little blast effect on the gun.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I know which one I completely. Yeah. That one is very
very gummy.
That one is very dainty.
Yes, and they reused it for the Revenge of the Sith line. I think it was supposed to be like I think it was labeled as like Felucia battle droid or something, but that one too, it came with the display base, but that one like literally like turned into like a 90-degree like slop of plastic.
Yeah. I mean, it's like, it's just so hard. I appreciate that. I'm sure the designers are like, we really tried.
Right. One thing we want to focus on mentioning is like the best possible versions of army builders that are available to add to your Battle Geonosis diorama when that becomes a thing. But I gotta warn everybody that some of these are old and many of them are very expensive. just because that was the last time that they were released. So since we're on the subject of battle droids, let's go ahead and pull up what is probably the best battle droid that you could use for Battle Geonosis. And this is one of them right off the bat that is very difficult to obtain. This goes back to, I believe, was it 2013, I want to say, when the vintage collection ended. And then they tried doing this little like wave of legacy collection figures. And one of them was a repaint. This one here was the red repaint of the TVC battle droid from 2012.
It's got a little yellow in it though. It's kind of a lighter red, right?
It's a lighter red, yeah.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, I got that one right here next to a regular red one.
Yeah. As far as screen accuracy goes, like this is probably the overall best battle droid that exists for Battle Geonosis. Because again, they did make some throughout the years before that. But as far as like what is the best one, and unfortunately none of them are that great. This is probably the one that, yeah, let me go ahead and zoom in on yours. This is probably the one that is overall like going to be the best version. Nice. Mine is dead on the shelf. He's just laying there in pieces.
This one held up fairly nice.
Yeah. And again, it is an expensive one. Like it was part of that set that was available online only, I believe, at least in the US.
Right.
And yeah, so not very feasible. But we do have an honorable mention as well. And I cannot say that it's as screen accurate, but it is something that works in the interim until we get something a little more definitive. And that is from a few years back, TVC 2.0. They did the Tartakovsky Clone Wars wave for Lucasfilm 50th, and one of them here was the just a red battle droid from that show. I say it's not quite as accurate because I think it's a little bit too vibrant in terms of the red. I mean, it's supposed to mirror the animation to some extent, but I think this is a suitable replacement, a suitable substitute instead of army building the other one that's impossible to army build.
It's got a little silver detail, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's this one right here.
That one right there. Yeah. So it is a suitable replacement. I mean, like me personally, I would just use that one. It is pretty inexpensive still in the secondary market.
Yeah, I agree. I totally agree.
Yeah. The only issue, of course, is that, they don't really stand. So it can be a dead battle droid, right? I mean, there were a bunch of dead ones on Geonosis.
Sure.
So it would work for that. But yeah, as far as battle droids go, Hasbro has done countless versions. Remember back to the 30th anniversary collection when they were doing the Saga Legends and they just had like so many repaints and different versions of them. Like there are so many variants of them out there.
Well, I think it did a pretty good job. I was telling you earlier. I think I have every single battle droid variant on this shelf. So if you mention it, I'll probably could pull it off. But a lot of those were just a lot of those from the Legends line 30th anniversary were definitely just repaints. But appreciate it. Good army builders.
Yeah, no, definitely good for building the army. And that was one thing they were really good about at that time was just like repaints, like whatever it is, make it a thing. All right, so let's shift focus to another droid. Do you want to go two-legged or three-legged?
Oh man, let's start easy. Let's do the three-legged. I think there was only 4 versions of those, if I recall correctly.
Okay. Destroyer droid, of course, is what we're talking about. And this right here is the last destroyer droid, I believe, that was released in 3 3/4, and this was back to 2012 when the Phantom Menace came back in 3D. and they had that whole lineup of figures. I believe this one was the 2002 figure, just repainted and brought back out with the same launching accessories back then.
Ah, the launching. That's right. Yeah. I have one in a box. There's one on the shelf. It's easier to pull it out of the box as soon as I find the head. Yeah, believe it or not, I actually have an army of Federation Trade Federation droids. They just don't have room to display. Well, crud! I can't find the head. It's in here though.
They do that. They lose their heads a lot.
Yeah. Wait. I think I got it. Yeah. Yep, this is it. All right, got it.
Okay, let me zoom in.
This is like a challenge. Find the droid without the shooting accessories.
Yep, there you go. And again, this one dates back to 2002, so it's a very old.
It's got a.
Yep, it's got that action feature where you can make him jog.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, it is. It is a fun one. It is the most recent. It is the most probably easy to obtain of the destroyer droids, but I would not say that it's necessarily the best. I think probably the best, if that's like what you're going for, would probably be this one right here. And that's the 30th anniversary collection that came with half of the shield.
Yes, I got half the shield here, and I just put. I think I just put that one down too with the. It comes with blast effects too, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I think it has the jogging though, right?
It does not. The one we just had, I think that's unique to that. The all the other versions, they have a little bit of a back that can move. You know, that you could kind of pretend to fold it into a ball, but and that negative on the running effect.
Yeah. Yeah.
Uses
I
some
like
of the
this
same
one
parts,
best.
though. Yeah.
It does use some of the same parts. I believe this one was a hybrid of the 2002 one and also maybe the Phantom Menace one from 1999.
Oh, let's see. 2002. Everybody's head is missing. Yeah, I mean, you know, Hasbro, they like to reuse parts. I did not go in and specifically, scrutinize all that, but yeah. Actually, did they? We do have two of the same on the shelf, but yeah, I don't know. They use parts where we can. The most recent version and that version both use the same head at least, and they use. Do they use? They probably use the same legs, but everything else, like the abdomen and the spine, are definitely different.
Right, and I think
part of the
I
arms.
think that one does like he can move his arms. It can move its arms outward too, right? Like it's lifting weights.
It's just got this
Yeah,
right
yeah,
here.
that.
It could flap. It could fly.
Yes. Yeah, and that one I think has a far superior paint job as well.
Yeah.
It's almost got like a metallic thing going on.
Correct. It's 100%. It's definitely if you compare the two, this being the version we're talking about and the newer version, yeah, very very subtle, very good paint job.
Yeah, I really do enjoy that one. Destroyer Droid's not one of those figures in my head that I think, oh man, that needs to be remade, because I mean they're old, but they hold up okay. I'm sure they could do something that's 10 times better now, but like I'm okay with it as it is. If they were to bring it back, hopefully it would be this version of it.
It's got to fold up into a ball. I think we have a better chance of getting a destroyer droid that folds up into a ball than we do of a straight battle droid that collapses.
Right? Or any battle droid at this point that's like 100%
Yeah.
brand new.
Right.
Yeah, it's it's a pretty nice figure. Back in the day, it was annoying. You had to buy two to build full shield, but at the same time, like those were like $7 figures, $8 figures at most.
Mm-hmm.
So it wasn't too bad. It really wasn't too bad.
Yeah.
And I'm sure they could do a better job on the shield today than they could back then.
Yeah, I still think it's cool.
It's
I only
cool.
have. Do I have a full? No, I don't have the full here. I don't know where the other part is. I have a separate box that's sort of like every single figure kind of in a collection. These are all just army builder portions, so I just have the half.
Right. And
That's great.
And I believe we only see them briefly in the Battle of Geonosis.
Correct.
Towards the
Yeah.
very end of the arena scene, and I don't think we ever see them with the sphere, the shields on.
Right.
So, yeah, they wouldn't necessarily need to do the shields, but if they did, cool.
I'd like to see them trying to fit the shield on a TVC card.
Yeah. Yeah, that might not happen. All right, let's talk about the third of our droids, because there is another droid to discuss. It is another old one.
Super Vader.
Yep. That is going to be the best available super battle droid. And of course, that is the TVC version, which I believe was itself was a retool of previously released super battle droid. I think the sculpt on this one went back to 2007 when they did the Revenge of the Sith version with the fire on it, the flames.
Right. Yeah, and I don't think they kind of really made it so much TVC quality either. So that's a bit of a bother. I would imagine that one is right down here at the end. No, because that doesn't have battle damage. I have it. It's just hard to know which one it is. Huh.
It is hard because there's a few variants of them.
Yeah.
I think this one came with did it come with a blaster, maybe?
Oh, if it came with the blaster, I'm looking at it right here, but
okay. Yeah, it did come with the blaster. I don't know why it did, but it did.
All right, then that's this guy for sure.
Yep, that's the one.
Yeah.
Yeah, not sure why he comes with a blaster, but we'll take it.
Yeah, but it's just they could definitely upgrade. I think they have a couple that turn the arms, but I'm surprised that this one really doesn't.
Doesn't really do it.
Oh no, actually it does. Okay, I stand corrected.
Nice. Maybe his arm blaster went out, so that's why he needs the blaster.
Yeah, perhaps.
But yeah, they did several versions of that one. There were a couple of comic pack ones. There was like a brown one. There was a black one.
Yeah. A colored with a red eye. I kind of like this one.
Oh yeah, that one is cool.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember where that one came. Was that one maybe in the?
I think it was a comic pack. But there's so much. I'm either I'm getting old or just too much to remember.
Yeah. Same. I used to be able to spat off all of these variants of battle droids and super battle droids and everything, but
yeah,
I think what it is honestly is I remember them. Like if I saw something, it would trigger the memory. It's just that I think as you grow up, there are just so many other things to deal with and that are going on that they kind of things go to the front of your brain and the other things kind of go to the back, to the filing cabinet.
It's a far cry from the days, or at least at my age, just kind of sitting around, like, just kind of cooped up in your room and just having all your figures and taking care of them, and it's just, it's just, well, plus, back in the day, what, a little less than 100 figures versus we got thousands now, so
Yeah,
it's crazy.
I know, absolutely. Picobee one says the copper one is the most amazing one from a comic pack. Yeah, the copper one is really cool. I really like the copper one.
Yeah, that's right here.
Yep, that's the one. And it's not from the films, obviously, but it is a really neat paint scheme.
Yeah. This one here, I really like too. It's just, it's black. It's mostly black, and don't ask me which one it came from with this paint scheme. I mean, I know this isn't Battle of Geonosis, but they were doing some really cool stuff back in the day.
Yeah, they were. Yeah, it may have been a comic pack. I don't remember. I know the Megiddo battle pack that came with Kiedi Mundi and the some of the Galactic Marines. I think it had one of the battle droids in it too, but I don't remember which one it had. I think there was even one without eyes. It might have been one of the Geonosis Arena 2 packs, but there was one that didn't have eyes painted on.
Well, the eyes are very small, so it's hard to see here. Yeah,
definitely. J Guy Studios, hello.
Oh, hello. Greetings.
So, some folks might say this is blasphemous, but I actually think that the best battle droid, I mean, I would say the TVC one probably first and foremost, but after this, I really think that the original 2002 version is not horrible.
It's solid. Some of the legs I think were a little
loose,
a little iffy, but well, I think that was more the variants. But yeah, I think this is the original.
That's the one.
Yeah.
It is pretty solid. I think it also had the interchangeable chest plate.
Yes. Oh yeah. Now how to remember taking it off? Oh,
I think the head, maybe
the legs
or something. Sure.
Yeah, I think it was like battle damage type of deal.
Yeah, there was like a clean chest plate and a dirty chest plate.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, and Brent says it has the giant arm cannon you could replace with it. It did come with that.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Oh, there it is. Well, it's all falling apart now, but
yeah, I still like that one. I mean, I don't use them, but I it's not too bad.
It's it's for play value, it's great. I'm just looking at like, if I was a kid, I'd be like, well, I'm a big kid, but still, it's like I appreciate this.
Right. Definitely. But I would say Super Battle Droid is one of those that does need to be updated.
Yeah, they could definitely do a good job. I mean, the TVC version definitely is just, it's a repack. Or just mostly uses old parts, and that was early TVC too. So with today's technology, they could really knock that one out of the park.
Oh yeah, they could make that way better.
Yeah,
I'd be really excited actually to see them do a new Super Battle Droid. Like that would be a really cool one.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so let me see here. So I think that's all we have for clankers.
Well, you got other things like this guy. I think this is on Geonosis. I mean, it's not like it'll come on a card, but little walker, very cool.
Oh yeah, I love those.
Yeah,
spider droids.
And then they have the bigger ones I was showing you beforehand. I dug a lot of stuff out of containers. The homing droid.
Yeah. Yeah, it's an awesome vehicle.
Yeah, I know, right? I was like, I completely forgot about it, and I'm like, oh my god, I just don't have room to put it up.
Right, and you could put a battle droid inside it too.
Yeah, I know. It's just yeah, it's fine. Yeah, and then the last droid is the Hailfire, which I still think this is pretty solid. They could just re-release this straight up. You know, it'd be great. You know, it's got spinning wheels, missile launchers. It's just just re-release it.
Yeah, it is a great one. The only thing that would always be kind of annoying is like the rockets would launch by themselves sometimes.
Yep. Yeah.
But yeah, no, it totally is. And of course, if you go beyond Geonosis, there are several other vehicles as well that are really solid, like the what is it, the Alliance tank droid, maybe corporate Alliance
Yeah.
tank droid.
Oh well, yeah. Well, that's starting to border on the Clone Wars versus and
Revenge of the Sith.
between Revenge of the Sith. I was like, oh, I want to pull this out. I'm like, oh no, that's Revenge of the Sith. We're talking about Geonosis. So
we're talking about Geonosis. We're going to focus on Geonosis. All right. So there are other army builders that aren't droids and aren't clones that are kind of essential if you're going to talk about the Battle of Geonosis. So we're going to share this one right here because it's important, and you need this for this theme, and that is going to be the Geonosian warrior. Now I know we talked about it before we went live, but the reason that I'm showing this one is that I think this is the most recent and definitive version that they've made so far. It's far from perfect, and it's prohibitively expensive because it is locked behind this 2-pack with Kit Fisto, which is a very demanded figure. But yeah, this is the best version of Geonosian Warrior. We're talking in terms of like what is the best one. They also released Sunfac, I know we talked about earlier, but that was part of that Legacy Collection wave that red battle droid comes in. And that's Sunfac. It's not exactly a regular Geonosian Warrior. So this Geonosian Warrior right here, I think we might agree is the definitive one. Other than that, there are a couple others, right? As far as Geonosian warriors go. Did we lose our friend Anthony? I think we may have lost Anthony. No. All right. Well, we'll get him back in as soon as he's back in. But anyway, so yeah, you need to have a Geonosian warrior if you're talking the Battle of Geonosis. And I would also say, if anyone goes back to 2002, Hasbro did, I think it was the very first ever Geonosian warrior in the Saga line. $4.99 was the price point. Unbelievable. I think that's probably a suitable stand-in. But
sorry, I dropped out. I don't know if it's on my end or what, so I apologize about that.
Oh, no worries. You are good. I was just telling the audience that this is probably our definitive Geonosian warrior, but in the meantime, until Hasbro gives us a new one, I don't think the one from 2002, the very first Geonosian warrior, is that bad.
It's not that bad, but again, it's like same issue with the battle droid. It's like it's thin plastic, and it's just hard to have stability. Trying to get balancing the detail versus stability. It's hard.
Yeah,
but they're cool. I'm bummed. I didn't think to pull out my collection of Geonosins, but it's not extensive.
Nor is mine. I can't say they're the most exciting characters, but if you're doing this theme, I kind of feel like they need to address it somehow.
Yeah.
Let me go ahead and show the other one that I mentioned. So this is the other one. Again, 2002, very old. And it's okay as like a little statuesque thing that's off to the side. It's not really that articulated. It doesn't do a whole lot, but in a pinch, I suppose this one would get the job done until there is something a little bit more accessible and better.
Yeah, I mean they'll do nicely. I mean, but a newer version with of course, but all the versions are so old they're definitely due for updates.
Yeah.
I mean, in fact, most things, I think, I mean, anything before TVC was reintroduced for the second wave of TVC probably needs an update. The only figure that I would say of all of the figures that really doesn't need an update is FX7 because that they nailed it the first
Mm.
time.
Yeah, FX7. I have it. I'm looking at it right over there in the Hoth setup. You're right. It is, and I feel like somebody may have asked Hasbro about FX7 if they would update it, and they said maybe like no, because like the parts are too spindly.
I would just be happy if they put it on a TVC card. It's
Yeah,
fine.
same. I
It's
mean, yeah, I agree. I feel like they're kind of adverse to doing that though, just
well,
because of like the
they gotta
backlash they've
finish.
gotten.
They gotta finish the 96. They gotta.
Yeah, yeah. TVC will never be complete until they've 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 done the 96. I mean, I'm perfectly good with that FX7 as well. I just kind of feel like they're adverse to after they've gotten backlash for certain repacks from the past, which rightly so, right? Like Aura Seeing, like makes no
Yeah,
sense.
with less accessories. I mean, it's like,
Yeah,
yeah. I mean, it's yeah, but yeah. I don't know how to feel. I understand why. But it sometimes maybe it's just taking a shot in the dark and what they could what'll pass muster. I mean, just because they set such a high standard now with barbell hips and just like yeah, just the new figures are just so superior in every way. It's hard
right.
to go back.
Yeah, for sure. Well,
But
I guess.
but
Mhm.
you know, yeah, definitely need to definitely can use an upgrade, and I would not be upset at all if we even got a 4-pack of newly sculpted ones.
Yeah, most definitely. I suppose that is going to take us to our final pieces here, which takes us into Clone Trooper territory.
Yeah, and
The
I'm
best.
kind of I'm
Mhm.
kind of bummed because I have my shelves set up in a particular way, and my Attack of the Clones are like right behind my black back. I haven't even had started drinking yet tonight. But yeah, entire shelf right here with all the Attack of the clones that in that style. So, but getting back to the best one.
Getting back to the best one. So as of right now, this is our definitive Phase One Clone Trooper. It was released last year, early last year, along with Count Dooku, which is also an essential for Geonosis diorama. But
Oh,
um,
that Dooku is beautiful. That's just an outstanding figure. I love
it
it.
is it's easily like a top 10 all time figure, I would say.
Okay, you know what, Victoria? Now I see what you're saying. Now I figured out like I was trying to figure out which one was the carded one versus the 4-pack version, and yeah, you know what? I could agree with you. I think the later versions are a little skinny.
Yes.
The torso on that carded one is really nice, but I would argue about the hips. Uh, the hips are a little chunky, but the upper everything above the hips though is like they're great.
Yeah. Yeah, it is our your best option in terms of Battle Geonosis. They have since re-released this one as a Phase Two clone, as a 501st clone.
Hmm.
We know that the Shock Trooper version is coming out this fall.
Hmm.
Um, they also did a Yuta Pow version, which wasn't that great because the helmet wasn't that great. But
Yeah.
this version could still be tweaked a little bit, right? They could do a permanently fixed helmet that's not removable, and I think it would be a little bit better because it'd be more proportionate.
Yeah, I'd agree. I'd agree.
But as of right now, like in terms of clone troopers, like this is the definitive one that exists.
Hmm. Yeah, you know what? I would agree with you. It aesthetically it's better. Maybe the shoulder pads are a tiny bit small, but they're also got
Right.
the bendy part, which I like. Like
Yeah. Oh yeah, they are.
the
They are definitely a little bit undersized. Um. Yeah. This is one they could definitely repack, or even better, like we're saying, retool with a permanent helmet. But we wouldn't be able to stop there. There really aren't very many great photos of it, but I'm going to show one nonetheless. Because along the lines of clone troopers, you really need to have their leaders, right? You need to have the
oh
lieutenant,
yeah.
the sergeant, the captain, the commander. And they never finished doing those in TVC 1.0.
No, they just have the I think it was the 4-pack. Yeah, well they have the lieutenant, but and they made I think it came out on that line that we were talking about with the battle droid, which is the best one. Is there's a sergeant, and I just literally had it in my hand. With darker green, the
Yeah.
darker green, but it's slightly older sculpt.
Here, let's zoom in on that. Yep.
This was a previous. This was a first run TVC version.
Yep. And they also did the lieutenant during the TVC original run.
Yes, got that one right here.
They
Try to
never
come
got
prepared.
around- Yeah, they never got around to the red one. They never got around to the yellow one for whatever reason. But
But
at this
4-pack,
point,
yes, 4-pack.
yeah, 4-pack. At this point, and the one in the picture here, by the way, is the Entertainment Earth exclusive from like 2006. I think their best option, and I know we were talking about this last week. I think the best option is just to do an army builder 4-pack. I don't need these on individual cards.
No, I completely agree.
So, hopefully that is coming, because you do need that for Battle Geonosis. Like, you cannot not have the officers and do this theme. Like, they're just essential. You see all of them in the film, so you really need them.
Yeah. Yeah, I have such a nostalgia for those clones. The first super articulated clone, because it's like I think it was like one of the very first, if not the first, super articulated figure. And I remember when that came out, I was just like, oh my God, this is like, I mean, you're going from this guy to this. It's like amazing. And I'm still very fond of it, although he's, a little beefy, a little chunky. But
right,
just in terms of posability, it was just mind blowing.
Yeah, it's nice. The 2003 clone trooper, the first super articulated, I think it was like number 41 in the
Clone Wars,
in the old lineup. Yeah,
two different versions of packed in the packaging.
Yep. Yeah, I never, that's one of the few at that point in time. Like, I know I'm a hardcore like TVC collector right now, but back then I was really hardcore as well. That's one of the few figures up to that point that I never saw at retail.
Yeah, it was very hard to track down. I'm trying to remember. I remember my buddy finding one at Toys R Us, and I think I eventually found a couple, but I only found the one version, and it took forever to track down the being a completist and a variant collector, trying to track down that other version, the way it was packed. That was tough.
Yeah. Yeah, I just never I found that wave because I think the swimming kit Fisto was in that wave, and I'm trying to remember who else. Might have been Stacy Tin, or I don't know.
I don't have the swimming kit Fisto, but I have the swimming Mon Calamari guy. He's just sitting here in the box.
Those were great.
Yeah. Those were the days. I'm telling you, this doing a little prep for this, as like it just took me back, because so many figures, and and in general they're pretty great too. I mean, this guy's great.
Yep, he is. He is pretty good.
Yeah.
Yes, you are correct, Matt. That was actually the Revenge of the Sith line. That was number 41. Yeah, we need clones. We need more clones, and it's kind of weird because I know some people say they're cloned out, but if you, around this theme, like you absolutely need to have more clones. You need to have the regular white clone. You need to have the officers as well. And I know that since the gunship was announced and Battle Geonosis was announced, like the TVC clone trooper we're talking about has sold out in most places. I think Big Bad Toy Store might be the last place that has it. But it's since sold out on Pulse. It's sold out on Entertainment Earth. It's sold out like anywhere else that it was available. It's right now. It's just Big Bad Toy Store as far as I can tell.
There's the clone army builders out there. I think I see more Revenge of the Sith rather than Clone Wars, but I mean, still, gotta stick to the roots sometimes.
Yeah.
And Attack of the Clones is simple. You have 5 different clones. You have the generic white guy and the 4 officers.
Yeah, that are slightly different with a little bit of color. Yeah. Before Revenge of the Sith came around, and then it was just like every color imaginable.
Yeah, we get and you have the pilot.
The pilot. Oh yeah. Pilot.
Yeah. Mine from I think it was the TVC version. That's another one that like color is really weird. It has mine got pink shoulders.
Oh yes. The Evolutions one.
That's right. I'm he's right here. Yeah, look at that. I mean, that's such a weird it's just such a weird mix of the plastic that it just instead of yellowing it pinks.
Mine did that too.
Yeah. The but they have other versions. I have them. I have a couple sitting in the gunship here that aren't like that. Man, so many. It's hard to remember.
Yeah, it's weird. Some of them it happened to, and some it didn't. I don't know.
Oh no! Actually, this is not the Evolutions one. This came, I believe, it came carded. Help me out in the comment section. It could be Black Series 2. Yeah, because it's got the same. It doesn't have because the Evolutions one, which is sitting in my gunship here, I believe.
Have a torso joint.
Well, it also has like the same old body as the I think the number 41.
Right. That's true.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, I mean, I rest my case. What do you think, Anthony? Have we made the case here of what army builders are most essential for Battle Geonosis?
Well, yeah, for sure. I mean, it's not. I don't think it's that deep of a bench, so it's a home run to hit all those basics, all the different bad guys, and there are clones. They could, for army building, yeah, and hopefully a great opportunity to get a few more Jedi in there. They're definitely going to be redoing some Obi-Wans and Anakins and all that.
I mean, I certainly hope so.
Yeah.
Yeah, we definitely will need all of those.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, I guess that is going to take us in to our final segment. But before we get there, I just kind of want to do a really quick run in the comments to see what the conversation is. Mando Mitchie says the TVC Dooku just came back up on Big Bad Toy Store for anyone needing it. That might be one I would pick up an extra one of, like personally, just to have I know I have a backup, but I think I would. Yeah, I mean it's Dooku, right? And he's such a great figure.
Yeah.
Matt says they did Dooku's droid in that super hard short run legacy line in 2013. It would be nice to get his ship for Dooku and his droid to populate. They probably couldn't do the enormous sale. Yeah. I mean, I always thought a solar sailor would be a cool vehicle, but at this stage in the game, I can't imagine it happening. Ed says, "Hey Ed, you can say the current clone trooper is definitive, but to me, the previous skinny body mold is definitive in my heart." Well, that's if that's how you feel, we're okay with that. Your opinion is valid. See a few folks saying that the officer should have cards. I mean, they could have cards. I don't really need them on cards. I'm just thinking of all the things I have that's carded, and I always have to buy a protective clamshell case. Like, do I really want those on cards? Not really.
Yeah, I think we got to ask ourselves, they only have so many slots available per year for TVC. So if they're doing this for a run, it's like, do you save the space for another figure from Attack of the Clones and just put those 4 clones into a 4-pack? It's just, it's stuff that they have to sit and figure out in meetings.
Yep, definitely. Runner Base says, repack Pablo Jill. I agree. Repack Pablo Jill.
Yeah.
That's actually one of the few figures I do not have. Because I never found him at retail, and I should have eBayed it like shortly thereafter. Now he's like $80. So
yikes.
Yeah, I know. I have the old Pablo Jill from the original trilogy collection, and that one's pretty cool. But I mean, I'd prefer to have the newer, more recent one, of course. All right, well, I guess we're going to go ahead and jump into our final segment of the evening. And of course, that is going to be new acquisitions.
New acquisitions.
All right. So, Anthony, it's my understanding that you have a major acquisition that you would like to tell us about.
I really can't get them on screen, but I did receive both of my Cantinas today. So I got both the deluxe version and the regular version. So, I do it mainly for the figures, but in this case, it turned out because this is also a cautionary tale for everybody who is thinking about getting the gunship, but are going to wait to the last day. My good pal Steve wanted the Cantina, and he waited to the last day. And the morning of, he's like, "All right, remind me to get the Cantina." And I'm like, "Well, dude, do I need to remind you to set an alarm?" But I still reminded him because he was working, and I reminded him an hour before it shut down, and he still missed out on getting the Cantina. So, but luckily, I don't need a second, so he's going to acquire the non-deluxe version.
Yeah.
Minus the figures.
Right. Yeah, I mean, these are things that happen. I've heard this story before.
Yeah.
If you sleep on something too long, you're going to miss it. Especially with the HasLab, like, if you know you want it, back it, right? I mean, we say this all the time.
That's what I don't get. I was watching the Snowcat, and the Snowcat got over 6,000, think over 6,000, purchases in the last 24 hours. And it's like, well, where were you guys the rest of the time? If you're thinking about getting the gunship, you get it. It's like you're gonna get charged the same. You're gonna get charged at the same time whether you order it today or when it expires. It's not, you don't get charged now. You only get charged when if it funds.
Right. Yeah.
Commit.
It's an interesting phenomenon. I don't really know how to rationalize it, but I guess you can't really rationalize it anyway. Yeah. So congrats on getting your Cantinas. I'm super, super peanut butter and jealous. Because I don't know when mine are even coming. I haven't.
Well, when you get the notice, you're pretty much gonna get it the next day. It was really weird because I is another kind of acquisition type thing because I don't really collect Transformers, but I'm getting Devastator. I've always wanted one as a kid, and I've got two of the parts. I ordered the 2-pack from Hasbro, and like the next day I got a shipping notice, but it was very vague. I'm like, oh, it's shipping already. No, it was a Cantina, but they said it was going to arrive the next day, and I was waiting the whole time, and it didn't arrive. I got the notice on Tuesday, They said it would arrive yesterday, but obviously both of them ended up arriving today. So it was a very quick turnaround once you get that notice.
Awesome. Well, I hope I get mine soon because I'm really anxious to get my tonicas finally.
Yeah.
After all these years. Cool. Well, that is definitely an acquisition. Is there anything else you want to mention real quick?
It's been a slow week. I mean, I picked up the Black Series. I picked up at the ISB agent. I finally found that. That was a little bit of a, for some reason, stupid reason, it was a hassle. And then my creative partner, he gifted me a Talia, this Black Series Talia from Obi-Wan, because it's something I kind of missed. I was meant to pick it up and never did, and then couldn't find it. And he's like, yeah, he just gave it to me. I'm like, so thanks, Chris. Thank you.
No, that's cool. I remember like I was Hasbro contacted me because sometimes they don't really think about what scale you focus on. Like they contacted me to announce that figure. So I announced that figure when it was announced. And the actress like immediately latched onto it, and she said it didn't look anything like her.
Oh yeah. I don't know. That's a little, yeah. Maybe.
I think it does, but that was it back then. That was a digital render they sent. So yeah, like it wasn't finalized or anything. It was, it was a digital render at the time. But
I need to get Hasbro to let me announce a new Imperial figure. I would be so honored.
That would be really cool, and that would make a lot of sense. Maybe you can announce the Stormtrooper when it finally has barbell hips.
Barbell hips, or maybe a TK421 version.
Ooh, that'd be a good exclusive, right? Like it actually says like for like any hypothetical Death Star HasLab, TK421 is like the pack-in figure. Like
that yeah, but I have my designs in my army. He would be either a sergeant or a master sergeant. I would need like 9 or a whole lot more of them. So.
Yeah, that's true. All right, and of course, our friends here in the chat, let us know what you've added to your collections. For me, I'm going to keep it simple. There's not really much. Like I said at the top of the show, it's been really light, which I'm okay with because July was very expensive, not just because of Comic-Con, but because of like all the things Sideshow was shipping.
Comic-Con. I barely bought anything. Actually, if I may, not to interrupt, I did buy 2 really cool kind of semi-grail items, which are right up here, which I do got to show off.
All right, hang on. Let me exit out of.
So yeah, it was a light year. I just bought mostly stuff for other people, but I do collect some older stuff. So I found a Wilma Deering, Amigo Wilma Deering. This was the last figure that I needed from the Buck Rogers line. It's got a pretty good armband too. So
Nice.
That, and one of my favorites that I've had forever, and I broke the arm, is a Draconian Guard. So I picked another one up loose. So the only thing I really need to do is I do need to replace my Buck Rogers. He's a little beat up, but everything else, like I have a Tweaky that has a really good Dr. Theopolis, untorn. So that's all I need. But then I'll have a complete Buck Rogers collection.
Awesome. So for me, I got this. I don't normally do Hot Wheels. I don't normally do G.I. Joe, but
did you get the Jaws?
No.
Oh.
I did not. I didn't get any of the Mattel stuff at Comic-Con because they were out of that, and they were out of the Jurassic exclusive, which I was really bummed out to not get. Really bummed out to not get that. But
yeah, I'm surprised they don't have you on a short list for that.
Oh yeah, I don't. Yeah, there's no relationship there. Hasn't been for many years, but Hot Wheels, G.I. Joe. I have the HasLab Sky Striker. So when I saw that this was...
Oh, I love the Sky Striker. Oh, that's cool. Oh, that's really cool. Yeah, I got the HasLab Sky Striker too. I could not do it.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome. And I love Top Gun, and like that's the F-14, right? So, but yeah, so here's the small one. I guess let's just go ahead and open it up. It was like $8 on Amazon. Not expensive at all. And I just thought, hey, it's a good companion piece, or I could even put it on my desk at work, or whatever I want to do. All right, so it has the little the display base, the little clear base, which you guys cannot see. And then it has a this is die cast. This is cool. And let's see. Yeah, baby, the wings open.
Nice.
Just like the large one, HasLab. Yeah, this is pretty cool. Does the cockpit open? No, I don't think it does. But the display base, it's got a little socket on the bottom for the display base, so you can put it in. Let's see, am I doing this right? Yes, I think so. All right, so there it is on the display base. I know it's itty bitty here. I'm gonna have to put a picture on Instagram. But yeah, the wings open up, and it's ready to go take down MiGs. Love it. In addition to that, the next thing I have is not. It's actually not a toy, but I was in Las Vegas last weekend. I got to meet up with my sister, and we went to see Backstreet Boys at the Sphere, which was absolutely incredible.
I've not been to the Sphere yet, so yeah, that must have been amazing.
Like, honestly, life-changing. Like, like, I know it sounds weird, but
no, it's like, I'm sure it's an experience, you know.
It really has to be seen to be believed. It creates like it takes like the concert going experience to a whole other level. Like, it's just something, it's wild. Like, I have video clips of it, but it's just like what they can do, like the technology in there. It's just easily the best concert I've ever been to, just because the show is just so like amazing. So I do have a couple of merch items that I bought there. I know these aren't toys, these aren't the usual VC acquisitions, but I did get the cup that they had. So I got the cup, single shot, not a double shot, but I got the cup, and I also got, of course, I mean, you go to a show like that, you got to get the T-shirt, right? So got one of the T-shirts. It's got the tour dates in the back. So an acquisition of a different type, but an acquisition nonetheless. So super cool. Those are my acquisitions. That's it. I'm going to go ahead and take a look into the comments and see what our pals here are saying. And then we'll read through them. So let's see here. Jason's asking, when you were at SDCC, did they have those Phase 1 clones on display that were shown in the gunship promo video? They appear to be regulars with non-removable helmets. They did not. Those were not on display.
No, just the pilot.
Let's see. Dodgson, did somebody say new acquisitions? Charlie says none. Okay.
I think
says,
I think you know, in September, when you check back, we're going to get hit with a lot.
Yeah, I'm not looking forward to that whatsoever.
Yeah.
Brad says, my Cantina is part of the batch that got delayed until Tuesday. I didn't know there was a batch that got delayed until Tuesday. How
do people find this information out? Yeah, some people are really in the know.
I have no idea. Dodgson says, my 2 acquisitions this week. First, spotted G.I. Joe Lady J that came in for $14. I need a part from her for a project I am working on. And we'll get to his part 2 in just a minute. Darth Malak's missing lower jaw with us again. New acquisition, Rogue One TIE Fighter pilot from Sideshow. Looks great with the Hot Toys Rogue One line. Nice. PGB1 says, I got the 40th anniversary Funko Pop Empire Strikes Back Vader and Snowtrooper with E-Web cannon. Cool. I didn't even know that was a thing. Matt says, my Disney Star Speeder 1000 came in earlier this week. I missed the Star Speeder 3000, so I'm super happy to get the 1000. What? That's shipping already? Are you serious?
That's what I heard, and that's another thing I'm afraid of, because that's $300 that's going to be on top of all the other stuff that's going to be coming. But I haven't got a shipping notice yet.
I haven't either. Oh man.
And I'm okay if it's delayed. They could wait till November, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, delay me till November, as long as I get it, and then I'll cancel my
Yeah,
order
yeah.
because it's Disney. They do weird things at Disney Store online.
Mm-hmm.
Britt says 20th anniversary Magna Guard came in. Awesome. Dodson says, then I went to an estate sale and picked up an incomplete Grand Tracker this morning for $8. There was more listed, but somebody beat me to the punch and I was running late. Very cool. Very cool for the Jurassic acquisitions. Alex says, I received my G.I. Joe Classified Law and Order and Transformers 86 series Megatron. Ed says that his Cantina showed up today too. Congrats. Mando Mitchie says, received Night Sister Marin, bought an Epic Heroes SM33 and customized it and finished custom BGJ38 for Jabba's Palace, still waiting on a ton of pre-orders. Jason says, they built the F-14, the town I grew up in. They were always roaring overhead. Yep, that's what it's like here in San Diego. They're old. You hear fighter jets all day long. Not every day, but most days. And then, yeah, I think Dodgson's asking if there's any last minute drink requests. I think that is all the new acquisitions. Yeah, I think we did everything we needed to do here. We talked about the latest news. We checked in on the HasLab. Let me just take a quick peek before we dismiss to see if there's any progress. So earlier it was 3616 when we last checked on it. Have we pushed anyone over the edge? 3619 now. So, I mean, I know that's only 3, but hey, that's 3, right? That's 3 that weren't there a little while ago. So I don't know that they came from here, but hey, that's progress is progress. Better is better, as I like to say. Awesome. Well, Anthony, hey, it's been great having you on. Thank you so much for coming back to the Cantina, for hanging out and talking army builders for the Battle of Geonosis.
Well, I appreciate it. It's any chance to get to dig into some of my toys, and it's appreciated.
Love it. And thank you again for the stands that you gave me at Comic-Con.
Oh, yeah, you're welcome. Hopefully they're useful. So.
Yeah, do you want to mention those real quick?
Well, sure. Sure. Thank you for allowing me to plug. I mean, if you guys don't know, I've been making some figure stands, especially for army builders. People have been very happy with them. Go to Platoon Systems AFS. AFS stands for Action Figure Stand. So platoonsystemsafs.com. One of the specialty things that I do, and I didn't even grab any to really show you, is I make a base plate that you could put 10 or 9 or 10. Oh, thank you. 9 or 10 figures on, and then put them into to a base, so you could have a platoon of 40 figures right there. So if you're an army builder and want to have some organization, that's one of the options. And there's some 3 3/4 inch. That's for 3 3/4 inch figures. There's also interlocking stands too that work pretty well. And then there's a 6-inch figure line as well. Interlocking and non-interlocking stands. And there's different colors. I have an ice color. That was my failed attempt at trying to make clear stands, which I know would sell like hotcakes if I could make them. But it came out as ice, and then ice and sand. So for your snow troopers and sand troopers or whatever, cold weather, hot weather figures. Yeah. So thank you.
Awesome. Yeah. No, fantastic stuff. Thank you for sharing. And when this goes live, we will have a link down at the bottom in the description. But Anthony, where else can our audience here go to look you up online?
Just look up the Imperial Communique. I have a link tree, but I'm on YouTube and Instagram. Instagram has a lot of activity. I trying to make videos for YouTube. It's tough because there's a certain standard I like to have. So YouTube, Instagram, I do have an account on X, and Threads is more my movie account, and then Blue Sky Social. So should be able to find me on those. And then I don't maintain it, but Platoon Systems has an account both on Instagram and on Facebook, but I don't maintain the Facebook one because I'm not on Facebook. But one thing, if you don't mind, I would like to mention is that I'm taking my army on the road there's two conventions in September, so we're going to be there selling stands, and my army is going to be on display at Legacy Expo, which features is based on pre-Disney acquisition Star Wars, so like Mara Jade and those types of characters. It's kind of a fan convention for that. And then somehow we got a table at LA Comic Con, which is going to be kind of mind blowing. So we'll be at LA Comic Con. So come by and at least see the army.
Yeah, see the army, say hi to Anthony, and yeah, sounds good. Cool.
Yeah.
But thanks
Thank you.
again, Anthony. Appreciate it. And we'll do this again, of course. And to our friends here in the audience, thank you guys so much for tuning in and for hanging out with me this Cantina Social Hour Thursday night. It's been great. We'll see you guys again 2 weeks from tonight, Thursday, 6 p.m. Pacific. And again, we'll be doing what we do, talking toys, talking the latest news, checking in on the HasLab. And we'll be all that much closer to the finale of it. I also want to announce that just as we did last year with the Cantina, there will be a final countdown live stream on Monday night, the following Monday, here in the Cantina, where we'll be looking at the last hour or two of the Republic gunship and seeing how that pans out. Hopefully it's good. Hopefully we have something to celebrate. So stay tuned for that. No matter where you're tuning in from out in the galaxy, thank you so much for watching Victoria's Cantina. Be well, be safe. May the Force be with you. Take care and spread positivity. We'll see you guys in 2 weeks. Bye, everybody.
Bye.